24 years, 24 anni ago, when they were building incinerators in the United States. Okay. They said, there's only two alternatives, inceneratore or discard. And we said, no, there's a third way. The third way, you can recycle and you can compost. And they said, oh no, you can only make poco. It's a good idea, but you can't make a significant difference. Well, we now have San Francisco, population 850,000 people, San Francisco. 72%, 72%, 72%. An incinerator only gets 75%. 75%. Huge amount of money, but you get 25% ash, toxic ash, genetic, okay? Toxic. So we won. Round one, we won. We can get 72% reduction with recycling and composting in a major city without building an incinerator, without the pollution, without the ash, and we create more jobs, more businesses, and we go in a sustainable direction. So, we won round one. Now, we are in round two. They say, oh, well now we agree with recycling and composting, reuse and repair, but with the residuals. We have to have a magic machine. We must have gasification, or incineratore, and we'll have an anaerobic digestion. And we say, no, round two. We say, no, we don't want a gasification. We don't want incineratory. We want biodigestion, because all of those make the residuals disappear. We want to make the residuals visible, because we have to put the pressure on industry, on the front end. We have to get responsabilità industriale. We have responsabilità della comunità, but we now need responsibility industriale, and we do that with a residual separation facility in Halifax. We're doing it right now, and we want Italian creativity with the research. So everything that comes in, you see, everything that's left, the residuals. There's the residuals, and then we say, okay, you're a studenti. This object keeps coming into our facility. We want you to design this product or this package in a way that doesn't come into our facility. And if you do that, you'll get your degree, you'll get your master's degree. And the creativity. So, with zero waste, you begin with these 10 things. Everybody makes waste. Everybody has these 10 things. Now, you can put everything together, you make waste. You use these 10 things, you keep things separated, recyclables, compostables, reusables, okay? We begin with these, but we end with this. We end with our university professors and our studentes who are studying. What are they studying? They are studying our non-sustainable world. It begins with waste. We stop making waste in industry, at the front end. And when we start with sustainability, with the materials, the products, then we can move on to sustainable agriculture, sustainable architecture, sustainable energy, sustainable industrial production, sustainable economy, sustainable communities. But we begin. Everybody begins with this. Children can do this. Grown-ups can do this. Everybody can do this. But we need this at the end. Not a magic machine. Not a magic machine to make this disappear. This is the problem. Bad industrial design. And the reason I keep coming back to Italy is because you have the best designers in the world. And for zero waste, you have to design waste out of the system. No waste. Better industrial design, no waste. Actually, it's not simple. It's going to take hard work. But the work is worth it because it takes us in the right direction. And incineration is not easy. Gasification is not easy. Anaerobic digestion is not easy. Discarding is not easy. But it will take you in that direction. We want to go in that direction. We want to go to the future. And it's worth struggling with this because it's our children, our communities, our planet. That's worth fighting for. And the average person understands their children. What is good for my child? What is good for my community? What is good for my planet? It's not difficult. Well, you have to recognize the problem here. In some cases, it's not a good understanding of what zero waste is. They've been too quick. To being too quick to say zero waste, I understand what zero waste is, and they don't understand. Okay. Secondly, for some it's pragmatic. They say, well, we've come a long way. We've come to 60%, 70%, and now it's better to do this with the 30% than this with the 30%. It's better to anaerobically digest it than to build an incinerator. So that's pragmatism. It's the lesser of two evils, which I think is unfortunate because we have to get that principle right. We have to get the separation, the residual separation and research facility. We have to study the residuals. It's not a question of getting rid of the residuals, because when you get rid of the residuals, you're getting rid of industrial responsibility. What they're still doing, it's still waste management. They're still talking about waste management. They've stopped talking about zero waste, because zero waste says we have to put the pressure on the front end. We have to put the pressure on industry. And of course, all these machines take the pressure off industry. They keep saying, we will be your toilet. They're looking for a toilet. They don't want one kind of toilet. They don't want the incinerator type toilet, but they're prepared to accept a biological toilet or a gasification toilet. And all of these are toilets for bad industrial design.
We don't want any more bad industrial design.
Well, I'm not saying something quick. It may take a few years, but at least we must know what we're trying to do. If we can't recycle something, if we can't reuse something, if we can't compost anything, then the message to industry is very clear. You shouldn't be making it. And every time we get rid of these things for them, we are their toilet. We are a toilet for bad industrial design. And instead we have to be in search for better industrial design. We want laboratories, not lavatories. We want laboratories. We want to study this issue, not flush it down the toilet. Yeah. But it's, you know, we have to educate our friends. We've come a long way. We have, in Italy, we have 2,000 communities that have declared porta a porta. That's very good. 2,000 communities porta a porta. but only 7 communities have declared zero waste. So that's, now we have to take these communities that next step, and that next step is the residual screening and research facility. To put the focus on the front end. Remember, there's this. Community responsibility, residual screening and research facility, industrial facility. V for victory. V for victory for zero waste. Community responsibility, industrial responsibility. And if the politicians don't want to do that,
politici è il segno inglese.
yes, that's the English way.